What is going on, guys? Today I'll be starting a new Excel series, and I'll basically teach you guys how to use Excel over the next few tutorials. Excel is basically this program that you've probably heard people said it before, you've probably heard mentions of it, but you just don't really know how it works. So Excel is basically this very powerful program that can help you organize a bunch of data. So be it you own a small business, or if you just want to keep track of where all your money goes, you can easily use Excel to organize these data. But the thing is, I'm not going to teach you all of that in this tutorial because we have like 3 minutes. And I just need to get all the fundamentals set before I can go on to all the good stuff. So when you open the Excel interface, this grid type thing will sort of pop up, and this is basically the interface that you'll work with. Inside this thing is called a cell, and you can enter data in it. So this is called a cell again, and in this cell you can obviously change the font of it, font type, font size. You can bold it, italicize it, or underline it, and you can also make the borders of the cell whatever borders you want. You can have a thick borders, you can have different type of borders, but this is really just visual appearance and visual preference, so I'm not gonna go all into that, and I'll leave it up for you guys to explore. And for the alignment, obviously you can align it into a different part of the cell. And for this orientation, let's say you want for whatever reason you want the text angle, you can click one of those orientations. So let's say I'll just angle clockwise. This text, you can't really see it, but it's angle clockwise. And I know it's a really bad example, but it's visual preference. I'll leave it up for you guys to explore. So I'll show you guys this really cool tip that a lot of people don't know how to use. So let's say I'm entering some data and I exceeded the cell, and the problem is when I exceed this D1 cell, the data that I enter overfloods into other cells, and I don't want that. I want the data to be in just D1 cell. So what I can do is hover over this sort of border line, and you'll see kind of a double arrow thing, and double click on it, and bam, the D1 cell, it kind of expands into the length that's needed to hold all the data. And let's say I enter another data again, and this time I don't want this cell to expand. Instead, I want to sort of make a box that wraps around this text. So what I can do is click this wrap text, and as you can see, it sort of makes a box that wraps all the data in. So this is just some cool features that you can use when you're organizing data. And again, there's the merge. You can merge multiple cells together. So merge across, so this becomes one big cell, and you can enter data in it. So it's useful if you want to make a table and there's like one big title or something. Oh, I'll show you this really cool feature. So in Excel, a lot of people use it to work with money. And there's this number formatting tab over here. So let's say I enter something like really random, like 1.3 points. This is a number I enter, and I'll just sort of make it the size. And what you can do over here is you can click this number, this sort of money sign, and you can click a currency. Let's say I'll just click English United States. And as you can see, it automatically formats the number that you enter into a dollar metric system. It got a dollar sign over here, and it automatically formats it into a 2 decimal place number, regardless of how many decimal places you enter. I can enter 4, 5, 6 decimal places, and I click away, it still automatically formats it into a 2 decimal place number, which is really neat if you're working with numbers. And let's say you make a calculation, and the calculation has like 3, 4, 5 decimal, you can easily format the number into a decimal feature. And obviously you can format it into a different type of number as well. And there's a percent sign. So let's say I enter 0.032, and I'm really lazy, I don't want to enter 3.2%, and I can just click this percent sign, and it'll automatically transform it into percent, because it's 2014, we can afford to be lazy, and computer will do a lot of stuff for us, so it's all good. And also, I'll show you this really one last feature before I end this tutorial. So I can enter this 123.2345 however many decimal places I want. Again, I'll expand it. But let's say I just realized, okay, I want like 2 decimal. I don't want like 8 different decimals. 2 decimal is enough. It's accurate enough for me. So I'll click this button over here. It says increase decimal, or I'll click the decrease decimal since I want to decrease the decimal. Keep clicking it until these 2 decimal places. And as you can see, the number now, it's only in 2 decimal. And if I'm like, you know what, 2 decimal is not that enough, maybe I need 4 decimal. I can again increase the decimal place to 4. And as you can see, this is all good. 4 decimal place, exactly how I want it. And if I want to make it to a money convention, I can click this money sign and it'll transfer the number into, I don't know what just keep popping up, but so again, it transfers this sign into a money format thing. So that'll be it for this tutorial. Have a nice day, explore with Excel, and I promise for next tutorial we're gonna get onto some good stuff. Okay, and see you. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.